Let's wait, see if people turn up. Finally here. Let's see. No one. I've got my contacts in so I can see everyone today. How is everyone doing on a Saturday? An early Saturday? So, a heads up for those of you who are here. Uh, as you know, I put a poll up about what to put up next, which Light on Me won. That will be up. So it's first on Patreon, then it's right now with the whole of season one of Call It What You Want on my members page, and then it will be live on YouTube for everyone else. Trying to get away from a family get together, but otherwise good. Family get togethers. Oh, I know how that it feels when you try to get away from them. I have a large Irish Italian family. So you can imagine when they all get together and they're pretty loud. How are you? I am actually I'm pretty good today. Um yeah, my morning started off well I tell you what, it made me laugh when I got that comment that you can look on the community tab. It actually brightened my day because it was so ridiculous. Hi Steffi. What can I say? Me and my off-putting appearance are just not going anywhere. Maybe I'll just bring the camera closer so it makes them feel even more nauseous. Maybe I'll go right up to the camera and I'll continue to ramble, while watching a show as a reaction. I would cry. No, I don't have any Botox. I was going to do a Botox joke. I don't have Botox. I'm also doing an early live for once because I also want to react to Light on Me episode 9 and 10. And they're a bit hard to get up on YouTube. I do have to. I think after 3 times they get really annoyed at you and they just stop blocking it. At least the visual side of it. The audio side they still block. But at least, and I do apologize if you do watch it and it is very quiet, but I didn't know what else to do with the sound of it because of the audio side. But episodes 1 to 6 are on my members page, and stuff will go there first before it goes live to everyone else. Don't worry, you don't have to pay for anything at all now. It's just so I have a clear idea of where everything is, so then I can move it along. It's like stages. I'm also wearing this jumper because it's one of my favorites, and Light on Me is one of my favorite programs to watch right now. Puts me in a really good mood. That comment was useless. Yeah. Apparently, someone said they've been leaving comments on other people's stuff. Um, I the more people watch your stuff, the more likely you're going to get people saying this. Bar me, how is everyone else doing? I really love to watch. Thank you, Steffi. Uh, yeah, I really am enjoying Light on Me. I've got a lot of stuff on my phone because I got a new battery for my laptop, and I didn't want to put it on my laptop in case they wiped it. And so now I have a whole heap of things that I have to upload and put on Patreon. But that's fine. I like that. It keeps me busy. But yeah, Light on Me is today reaction. So Light on Me will be episodes. I think I'm on 9 and 10. I'm halfway. I think I'm halfway already on the show. Yeah, 9 and 10. I still haven't planned. You haven't planned your semester. Don't you have to have it planned by tomorrow? So you're a procrastinator. I get that completely. I don't know though. I'm a warrior too. I don't know. I need to have my semester. I don't know how. Okay, see, in the UK, or at least back when I went to university, it's different. So of course, I did originally drama and criminology because they didn't do drama and forensic science, and forensic science is what I wanted to do with drama because I studied it for a little bit around college, just like a small fragment, but I really enjoyed it. Um, so what we had it planned like that. We didn't really have our semesters planned. It was just, oh no, we did. We had to pick modules. We called them modules. Um, we had to pick what modules we would do for the next year. Oh, we would, yeah. So I did at one point I did American literature. So I did A Raisin in the Sun, Little Foxes, Death of a Salesman. Oh god, and then I did British um, plays circa a certain era. Um, yes, and that was my second year or my drama. I did what's something called a performance project in my last year, which was my last year counted towards 75% of my final grade. Thankfully, I got, I guess, what people would consider an A. I got a first for that. We have firsts, two ones, two twos, a third, and then a fail. And I played Leo Tolstoy from Anna Karenina because apparently this Russian woman said I looked Russian. Yes, normally I plan it as soon as I can sign in for courses, but since I was at home when I started, I kind of put it off. That makes sense. So, what courses are you looking to go in your? Is it your final year? It's your final year, right? It's also nice wearing contacts and being able to see everyone without having to always wear my glasses. Also, this week, I should be finishing until we meet again. So I'm going to have to do 4 episodes of that, two on one day, two on another. And I should be finishing Call It What You Want, all of it, season two, on Wednesday. So that leaves me open for Papa and Daddy and He's Coming to Me. They're the next two, so those should be on Patreon in the next couple of weeks. We're almost at the end of The Untamed. I'm at episode 39, about to start episode 40 on Tuesday. Tuesday. Oh well, it's a little complicated, but for journalism, I only need to do a bachelor course, so that I already signed in. But for my second major in German, I need to do a lot. Ah, you're doing German as well. I really enjoyed your Papa and Daddy. Papa and Daddy, I'm curious because I've heard mainly good things, just like He's Coming to Me, but also some people were a bit frustrated with it. But that's why I like to watch shows because then I get to form my own opinion on it, and we all have different views on something. So I might not catch something that you did, and vice versa. I think there's going to be a season 2 of it. You see, in the UK, we don't actually have majors and minors. We call them courses, but yeah, doing two simultaneously. And then my laptop just decided to die on me. And darkness. I But yeah, two majors sounds it's a lot. I can tell. I'm glad that um there is going to be a season 2 just because it sounds so interesting, a concept we don't get to see, an adult parent like relationship. So that's something I'm really looking forward to how they incorporate those elements. We don't know when there's a season 2, that's true, but hey, at least that possibility is out there. 2018. But I get that when you go to university or college, whatever you want to call it, because obviously we call it different things, there is that excitement of what you want to study and what courses to go for because it's a whole new world. I don't think people realize until they're there, how different it is from high school. Also, you're considered more on the lines of becoming an adult at that point. In 2018, you thought it wasn't a problem. In 2022, when you end, you're like, oh, I can't believe we're going to be in 2022. Um, oh, you like me in my glasses? Thank you. It just means when I wear my glasses or contacts, I just can see. At least I'm not doing. Let's just say sometimes if you catch me doing this when I'm watching a show, it's because I can see the screen. I can't see the camera. Like I can't see that far, and it's not that far at all. So sometimes I have no idea if I'm lined up correctly or if the timer is still, ticking away to show that I'm actually filming. So let's see. We got that. Question: did you at one time hope for a season 2 of Hello Stranger? I did. I did hope because I actually was. I liked Hello Stranger. I thought it was quite nice, and they left it open for a season two. And then I haven't watched the movie yet, but I heard so many good things about the movie that I was hoping that a season two would come from it. Because I feel like you can do a season two. You can. There's a lot to tell with their story still, and a lot you can do, but it's just making sure that you have the right elements for a second season. So did you eat already? I had so I did a workout, then I ate something small after the workout. So obviously not to spoil myself for later. You better watch the movie. I imagine, or I'm hoping it's a happy ending. But yeah, I do need to watch the movie. Um, I remember I was going to pay for it, and then situations arose, and I thought I would just let it die down, and now go back to watching it. So I do really need to put that on my list because someone just reminded me I completely forgot about the Tharn type special episode. So I also need to pay for that plus pay for the documentaries for I Promised You the Moon and I Told Sunset About You. I could do that next month. I'm sure I can. Yeah, I'll find ways to watch them. I think I'll enjoy Hello Strangers the movie as well because it feels like from the trailer there's a lot of drama that goes on, but a lot of resolutions as well. I'll Now we spoke about season two here. Is there anyone who wants a series two for a show that they're hoping, even if it was one that was a few years ago? Would you like to see a season two happen? Lots of scenes that mirrored oohs and ahs. Ah, there we go. Let me just touch the computer screen, just so it doesn't go on me again. I usually do, but sometimes season twos of shows can be disappointing. That's always going to be an issue. It's kind of what tropes are they going to use or what scenarios in a season two. I think some we have seen a lot of. So for me, I'm not a big fan of the cheating aspect sometimes. Not as if you can't do that in a show, but sometimes it feels as if they don't know where else to go with certain shows. And also you've got to be careful because of fans' reactions, I guess. Would like to have a season two of that Tibiosis that gave homage to some popular movies. Oh, Theory of Love. I think it's what you're talking about. There is a special episode that I reacted to, but that's also out there about Theory of Love. I That was quite a nice special episode that they did. Sam. Um, Sam's not my name. Yeah, Theory of Love is honestly it was one of my favorite Thai BLs because I love Gunn's acting, but I also felt like my emotions switched between both the main leads, but also we got a very good, I felt, adult straight couple. I felt like it really paid respect and didn't go too overboard. Oh yes, I would actually love to have a second season of Beloved in House. Well, do you know, Be Loved in House I Do. I think that's the title of it completely. I That is on my watch list, so that also will be out. But I also try before I post stuff on YouTube. I do check to see if I can put stuff up because sometimes it can be very hard. But I might nowadays just do it via Vidyard because it seems to be easier for people. Um, did you? My real name is Lee. I mean, it's 3 letters, so you weren't far off in terms of the letters. Would be nice if Gaia Pelicula had a second season. Yeah, like in the movies is still one of my favorite shows I've reacted to. Um, the acting was phenomenal, the messaging behind it, because I can separate that person from the show and still enjoy the show. I also think it was quite a big stepping stone to show what you can do for these shows, and you can kind of diverge yourself away from the norm. Every time I think of Furious Love, I have to think of the crying scene. Which crying scene? Because Gunn cries every single episode. Oh, I've also got some shows added on now to my list. I should be careful. My list is getting close to 30 shows. I do need to put Together with Me because I'm going to do a rewatch of that at some point on Patreon only because it's a rewatch. Otherwise, it's just watching someone who's so that's going to happen. Hi, Jeremy. Oh, you're talking about episode 1 where he cries and then the shower stops working and then he pours water on him. That was a good scene. On which shows do you have on your list so far, if you don't mind me asking? You don't, yeah, it doesn't. You can ask definitely. What I will do, I will actually give you the link that I've done before for people to the list that I have, so that way you can see. Hi, Angelica. Just reminds me, I also need to actually. I don't know how. Um, I I do need to react or find a Game Boys movie. I never actually watched it, which makes me sad because I really wanted to see it. Um, have you changed any of your plans? No, I've just added stuff on. So the ones of you who have already looked at this list, you don't need to, but for others who haven't, then you can look at it. So those of you who have seen it, it's just a couple of things added. It is going to take a long time to finish this, but you know what? Some of these are only 6 episodes, so they'll go quickly. And seeing as I react to 2 episodes a day, you're not going to wait 16 years for certain shows. I don't know why I said 16 years. So this is the Google Doc that you can see. In my crazy mind, I have thought if appeal seriously me my unrequited love. I've known him for 2 decades now, and I'm the godfather of his child. Oh, I mean, unrequited love is a hard thing because it happens to a lot of people. I don't think people realize, especially you never. It's hard to talk about feelings for someone that is unrequited because how do you express yourself fully? because I would imagine love is an extremely hard thing to explain and it's different for everyone. And you're the godfather for his child as well. Hello, everyone. I also tried to make this live a little bit earlier in case there were people that weren't in Europe that could come and say hello. Because I know sometimes when I do my lives, for a lot of people who are in Asia, they're probably asleep. There's this Taiwanese BL series on Netflix. Would want to have a second season of that when the two leads are already old. What Taiwanese series is that? Oh, Together the series, as in the one with Win and Bright. Because for some people, I will be reacting to Donghuas, so I will look at that. I'm not sure how you get them up, but I gather Vidyard would be the easiest option. Oh, you're bad with titles. And Tyrese based series on Netflix, second season of when the two leads are old. Um. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's a very sad movie. I haven't watched it, but I have heard people mention it, and people say really nice things about that. Hello. Oh, I can be terrible with names. Terrible. Especially when I'm watching a reaction and you think by a few episodes in you would remember the names, but then you're like, which show is this again with these names? I'm not watching Peach of Time yet. I will be, but very far down the list. But I again, everyone's talking about that, and I think because of how successful Peach of Time seems to be, they're going to open up cross BLs, so we'll get them from multiple countries that joining together, which I think is a really smart idea. The Untamed and Word of Honor. Oh, that's because we were saying the names wrong. The second season for Where Your Eyes Linger. The one of the actors from that is in a new BL. that's coming up, so he's going to be in something. Is Peach of Time available for people or not available for people in certain countries? Because I'm never sure anymore where they're available. I know I should look at World of BL, and as such, they're really good with keeping you up to date. I recently watched a fan meeting of the Untamed, and I could literally only recognize three people without their long hair. I don't know why hair makes such a difference. Yeah, you will get confused. Well, it's because you're used to them in with having very long hair, and then they're really short, and it does change the structure of someone's face. Still waiting for On's latest series. Oh, you mean Bad Buddies? Have they even started filming that with everything going on? I'm not certain. I'm guessing it will be out now next year. That's my dogs. Okay, boys. Okay. I will say, strangely enough, getting Light on Me reactions up, the only place it doesn't get blocked the first three times, because usually after the third time they just copyrighted and then you can mute movements in the video. So that might annoy people where it just mutes, but it's in the video. But the only place that doesn't get blocked is India. So they must really love their Indian BL audience. They want. Oh, they have started filming. Okay. Use your dragon power. Power of the dragons. Oh no, they don't want to be in the live. They just want to bark at any sound that could be made right now. Dan probably telling me off for taking them for a walk a bit late. I'm curious, what shows that you want to watch are not available in your country? Because I know you can use a VPN. But I'm curious what shows that you want to watch are not available. Because it might be different. It should be different for all of us. Let's see. Okay, got this. I had to use VPN to watch We Best Love. Oh, okay. Mm, for Manner of Death and We Best Love now, for WeTV, they've made it VIP. So I had to pay for that to watch them. Because I don't have a VPN. Because I'm trying to watch these shows legally, just so I don't get in trouble because I'm making reaction videos. I'm trying to think. There definitely has been shows that I couldn't watch, and then I think after a period of time they allowed it in Europe. Light on Me, I had to wait, I think, 2 episodes behind. Well, I've had to wait until the show's finished, but it was 2 episodes behind. What other shows? There's definitely a few Korean shows that they haven't, and some Thai shows. Some Thai shows were very difficult to find. Oh, you're from the UK. Yeah, so whatever I can't watch, you can't watch unless you have VPN. Oh, Line TV. Yeah, Line TV has done that to me, where it said it's not in my region. I'm trying to think now. Hmm. Oh, it doesn't have Thailand as an option? Okay. VPNs can. Wait, Perth from My Engineer did at one point have a 75% off a certain VPN. So you might have to go onto his YouTube channel to find it. You ended up buying VIP. See, yeah, buying VIP makes it easier. It's like what I've done with Vicky. I've got that now, so that no advertisements come on and any issues, like I can get to it now because I was having issues getting episodes. But don't you get the links with Line TV? Not always. With certain shows on Line TV, they don't always have it for international audiences. The shows we tend to watch do, but that's because they're so popular. But there will be other shows. World of BL and all that usually has it up sometimes, like what countries are available to watch certain stuff. This also depends on how you get it on uh, YouTube, because that's a true nightmare. And Light of Me has been really difficult to get on. I've had to really turn the sound down, which I don't like, put a filter on top of it. But I think in the end, they just give up when you keep doing it. The only links I saw for Line TV were sound type, tone type. For links, do you know what? Where is it? Um, this place, which is World of BL, they have a really great list of stuff that if you're ever looking for something to watch. I'm waiting for you to finish the Light on Me episodes on Patreon, then I'll binge it, but I get tempted. Wait, are you on my Patreon? Oh, see, I have no idea anyone who's on there. Well, like I said, episode 9 and 10 will be today. That's also why I'm making myself not do a long live, so that I can finish them. Um, but yeah, it won't take too long for Light on Me because I'm doing 2 episodes at a time. I want to do more, but because I have so many, that I'm not going to. Because I am very close to finishing the Untamed, seeing as I'm about to start episode 40 in a few days. Uh, Until We Meet Again is coming to an end, and call it what you want. Those 3 shows are coming to an end. So see, 3 shows already coming to an end soon. Oh, you have a different name on there. See, I have noticed that you people can put different names, which is fine. Um, I might just get confused when I'm talking to you on there and then on here. But welcome the UK people. It's nice to have someone from the UK, by the way, because I feel like we're such a small group of us. Have you watched Earth and Mix show? They have a show. Um, Do you mean the safe house? I've just realised you're Ali from Twitter that I talk to. Earth Mix Space. Was that the newest thing they just did? You're too uncreative. No, you could be creative. It's just, I guess, like I thought of this channel name genuinely within 5 seconds. Uh, but it's just about how you want a name to be presented because you might have different. Like I have two YouTubes. One was my with my actual name, and it was just putting up like small show reels and stuff like that. And then I decided to do this and came up with this name. Earth Mix Space. I will say having Vidyan has been very helpful for me to get the Untamed and Word of Honor out. So it will be like that for other shows, just like I had to re-upload his story for Close to You episode 4 because I didn't realize when I watched it originally I had to split the episode and I forgot to shrink down the second part. So when I did a YouTube one, I did that. Because today is episode 7 of Until We Meet Again on YouTube. That will be up later. And again, 9 and 10 of Light on Me. And then I'm going to put the other 2 episodes of season 2, so 1 and 2 of Call It What You Want on my members section. And then I'll put it on the main one, so don't worry, it will go on the main one. It's just I have a nice little order, so go Patreon members, YouTube. And also just so I have a place to put them so I don't forget. At least I can recognize you when you're about, Steffi. But you can actually change your name already on Patreon from what you have. Because I've seen every episode of The Untamed and Word of Honor, I put in my description box all my Patreons as a thank you. And I've noticed patrons have changed their name while still being a patron. So you can do that if you ever want to, if you ever just want to change it to something. It is you from Twitter, yeah, see? I don't know how I didn't click, seeing as it's the exact same name. Will you react to Between Us, the series Win Team when it airs? Yes, I do really want to react to that. I didn't react to it, but I did secretly just watch last night their special episode on Project 7 or 7 Project. What's the title of the name again? That show. Um, so I'm really looking forward to seeing them together again because their acting's gotten better. It will be about winning teams, so it'll be nice to see their dynamics. It'd also be interesting to see them back in those type of character roles. Oh wait, let's make sure this screen doesn't go off on me. I think Between Us is going to be very successful, considering while I've been watching Until We Meet Again, and I'm not usually like this because I think the main couples are a main couple for a reason, but I've been very intrigued by Winning Team, so I really want to see what they do with them. Also, maybe they'll give Manal, the character of Manal, more. I don't know why. I just feel like she'd be in this a nice amount. Oh, their advertisement. Yeah. Do you know what? Would you consider that one of the worst, funniest, cheesiest product placements? What shows always make you laugh with their product placements? I can't wait for the Special Eps mini series for Between Us. Oh, when are they doing these special? Is it only a mini series then? Oh, I thought it was going to be a full blown series, unless you mean they're doing special episodes and mini series before it or during it. I always think of Sotus. Sotus, um, Sotus. Their product placements always made me laugh. Are you going to watch the Seven Project? One of the episodes. Um, I will be honest, Ali. I literally just said I did secretly watch that last night. I did. Yeah, I secretly. No, it's okay. I secretly watched it. I didn't. I liked it. I liked what they did. Also, it was, but I didn't like the weird change of the hair color. That clearly, I think they missed out on a couple of bits. Like most of it, you knew it was the past, but they messed up a couple of times where they didn't know what time period they were supposed to be in. So it was a bit strange watching people have blonde highlights and then back to dark, then black hair, then brown hair. Um, the ones in Sotus and Still Together cracked me up. Yeah, I have to say, product placement. So, like in Lovely Writer, some point it was done very, very well in certain episodes. Also, I think Word of Honor does amazing product placements. And now with the Untamed, they've started doing the Ole adverts before the episode starts. But at least it shines on my forehead, so I can tell when I'm trying to sync everything up. That I can see when the episode starts. I'm just curious because I'm not a Patreon member and I'm only watching on YouTube. But have you finished watching The Untamed yet? By the way, hope you're having a great day and night. Well, first of all, I really hope you're having a great, I guess at this point, evening maybe for you, or day or afternoon. It was really nice of you to say that. I am at episode 39 of The Untamed. So Yi City has that arc, which was probably one of my favorite arcs so far, has just concluded, I think. I thought that was good. So I'm hoping episodes 40 to 50, which I'm sure they will, keep me entertained. I'm waiting for Ming Yang to come back. So I don't trust him. But I did like Seven Projects, what I've seen. I think they're doing a good job. Sammy was amazing in her episode. I almost forgot waiting for Love Mechanics, the long version next year. There's a long version. There's so many shows that come out. Sometimes it's hard to keep up, and because they have a lot of episodes, you don't know how to space it out. The thing with the hair color got yeah. The thing with the hair color was a bit confusing because again it was clear that they had messed up a couple of scenes, so they obviously reshot. And by that point, they'd already dyed their hair or taken out the hairspray or stuff like that. And it's fine, but it's when it's very glaring, you do have to take a step back and go, I think they did reshots, which is very, very usual when you're filming. You tend to film a show and then you'll go back and reshoot certain scenes, either because you uh, you've got to edit it down, or the executive producers didn't like something that was shot, so they add something in to create a bit more depth. But that always happens. Every show you will watch will see there will be reshoots. Every single show has reshoots. The Wulong Nuts. Yep. I have to say, I thought that was great advertisement. So okay. So that is your favorite. See, I can imagine UCD being everyone's favorite. It was really well done. Plus, I think it's hinting at who certain characters are, but also just the story of it. And obviously, we got certain characters back who I wish had slightly more episodes throughout their run on the show. Maybe, you know, a few more afterwards, but I don't think you can come back with a missing arm. I didn't. Yeah, the ad insertions at the beginning. Yeah, it was interesting when it started because it kind of just happened. You're like, oh, this is really far into the show, but you obviously have a really big sponsorship that just came through. Also, I need to look how many viewers does the Untamed episode 1 have? Let's see on YouTube. Because I think Word of Honor has 12 million now. I'm sure the Untamed has got to have more, right? 9.1 million. That's still amazing. 9.1 million. Um, that's my favorite arc too in the Untamed. In the novel's even better. Yeah, I've someone gave me a Google link for the novel so I can read it afterwards. So that would be really fun to read it. I'm looking forward to that. Um, I just wish there would be more than one episode for them. Oh, you mean 7 projects? Yeah. I guess it's because it's 7 stories, so they can only give them an episode. When I isn't Santa 17? Which I think was how old Huin was when he did Fish Upon the Sky, or did he just turn 18? And how old was Perth from Love by Chance? Was he 17? Yeah, Santa is. I still have to get used to these nicknames, by the way. Have a lovely day, Afi. But yeah, there has been a discussion about his age, but not to do with his acting. But apparently, um, it's TikToks he's been doing with Earth are a bit salacious. I don't know. I haven't seen them. Age of 17. Oh, yeah, My Dear Loser. I had to look that back up. I haven't seen that. I remember when that first came out. Oh, wow. But Edge of 17 was extremely tame. I remember that. But then they had Our Sky, a special episode of Our Sky. Are you going to watch Kim Porsche? Um, I will with Kim Porsche. I definitely will need to watch the trailer because I know the story is going to be completely different. So it is very intriguing where they're going to go with it because obviously they've had their issues and they're trying to now get past them and start filming. I'm not sure if they've started yet. I don't know if everyone's cast. Um, but it will be interesting where they go with the story because I really loved their mini movie trailer. So I'm hoping when I see the next trailer, they they're able to engage us as well because of it being so different. But I'm very sad that certain actors aren't in the show anymore because it would have been nice to see them. But there's nothing you can do. You know, you have to just kind of move on. They've got other projects which I'm really happy for as well. So that's always nice to hear that they don't have to feel too bad about not being in the show. I don't know. It's been so weird, Kim Porsche, because of everything that's happened right now in the world. Yep, Our Sky at least gave them a nice closure. I don't know if they've ever acted in anything together since then, but I'm always saying that allow these actors to act with if it's a BL, obviously they will do straight stuff as well. If it's a BL, to act with other actors, because it's always nice to see different coupling and different pairings and see how they work together. Because some actors you may just feel no connection, but then they act with someone else and you might see it differently with that person. That teaser was, I don't know why I'm doing this. I've got contacts in. I can actually see. So it's just been a while since I've had to wear contacts. That teaser was amazing. It would be hard to top that for them. Yeah, yeah. But it's also that's why you don't release a teaser that's what was it, 11, 12, 13 minutes long and that good. I think that would be a marketing reminder for them for the future. Have you seen the trailer for or watched Peach of Time yet? Peach of Time is now on my list, but it's very far down. Um, it does look really interesting considering what it's about. Um, and I've heard there are twists and turns in it that you might not see coming, or at least not coming in as early as it does. I don't know though. I could be. It's a. I'm really happy though that they've done a Korean time mix. Like I said, I would love to see as well from other countries them come together because you open up the world for other people to see it, and it's two countries being represented. But I also wonder how hard it was for them to communicate. And I don't know if it's going to be say 70% in Thai, 30% in Korean, or will they mix in a little bit of English as maybe a middle ground for them? But again, I haven't seen it yet. I'm not going to lie. I do miss being able to binge watch shows because I do reactions. But then there's also the good part of doing reactions is then you get to kind of make yourself take a step back and say, I'm going to savor this. because once it's finished, that's it. Like I still miss Word of Honor, even though I do have a crack video and Avenue X part one of her um, lip reading to come out on YouTube, so they are ready to come out. And someone I need to look. Someone on Patreon gave me a link to the concert. I really need to thank them. I'm not sure if that can go on YouTube, so I may have to just make that an early release for everyone on Patreon and then release it for free for everyone else at a point in time, because I don't want to get banned from YouTube if I put it up. I'm having trouble getting into Peach time. Some people it's just not for them. I think we all have to realize that that's something I do like about talking to all of you guys, is that some of you will like a show that I wasn't too fond of, and vice versa. And it's always nice to see someone's reasoning why, as long as they're respectful. But also, I like it when I hear someone who's not really into a show and then gradually gets into it, or just doesn't meet it. Like, I've had debates with people about I Promised You the Moon because they really don't like it, whereas I do. What shows? Hmm. Was it hard watching The Untamed or Word of Honor because of all the Chinese references and nuances? As a Chinese speaking person, I felt like I had trouble catching everything. There were definitely elements, and especially talking to people who are from mainland China or native Chinese speakers, and to say that sometimes subtitles don't match up, or this was a reference, and of course idioms and things like that that only a native speaker would understand, can be very difficult, because also the structure of what you see as a subtitle may not actually be the full meaning of what they're trying to portray. um it wasn't like massively hard all the time, because sometimes they would kind of give you a note to me this was the reference that they would mean, and sometimes the references would be how you would say it in the UK. So like a colloquialism or something like that, of like, oh, so this is how they would say that. But they're definitely, for someone who isn't a native speaker, it's definitely going to be hard, because I will miss on certain elements of a phrase or a saying that while you watch it, you completely get it and go, oh, they didn't react to this. But it's still a really, really entertaining show. It's very captivating. And it's nice that sometimes you might miss something, but then you can kind of look back and catch it, or something will be referenced an episode later and it will make you think back to that moment and then understand it better. But it always will be an issue for everyone watching from a show that is not their native or their mother tongue, because we do have slang, we do have colloquialisms, idioms, you know, speech patterns that are always going to be different. But I do love watching Avenue X explain things and other people, because then it really enriches my experience of the shows. Um, for me, it was always so fun to hear a different viewpoint of things. Yes, 100% agree with that, Steffi. Have you watched Trang 2021, by the way? Maybe you can react to those kind of things as well. I've seen bits of it because obviously Nine was on it, and then there was someone called Patrick, and then there was quite a lot of Japanese American or Japanese contestants as well. Some Taiwanese, I think someone from Hong Kong. So I know who's in the group, and they literally just came on my Instagram again. I'm interested what they're going to do with that group because with the ban on like feminine looking men or pretty men, so I don't know how they're going to style some of the singers from the group. I told Itzy, and I promise you, Moon is one BL I think I could rewatch multiple times. Yeah, I 100% agree, Ali. Another one that probably, though the actual elements of it are problematic and the acting is a bit iffy, I could watch again together with me. Did you enjoy Word of Honor or The Untamed more so far? Did it change? Um, some of you know already. I've been very open and honest with everyone. Um, I got to a point with The Untamed, and it wasn't the show because I've actually really enjoyed the show, but it was the comments and the nastiness, which I know you guys have seen some of it when I put it up, but there's been quite a few that I haven't put up when it came to The Untamed. So it did get to the point where I was actually dreading posting them. Um, and like again, it wasn't the show because I really enjoyed The Untamed, but I wasn't enjoying elements, and I think it's because I was having a really, unfortunately for me, a bad month in August. But then you get over it, and I got to the U City arc and stuff like that, and kind of really found myself back into the Untamed. But overall, Word of Honor captivated me a bit more. But it also might be because I did the weird thing of starting with that and and then doing the Untamed, and then I'm going to do Guardian. So I kind of am going back in time. But no, it didn't change. It's still Word of Honor, but I am getting more and more intrigued by the Untamed because I don't have to watch both at the same time, and sometimes that can get a bit confusing. I'd love to see Max and Tool in a series again. Hopefully in the future. Um, I don't know with Tool because he's in New York and he's about to he studies he's like doing his masters or something, so that will be a while. I don't even know if he. I'm sure from time to time he will do acting. Maybe is it still his passion? Was it his passion? I guess yes. Maybe. But what's good about Max and Tool is they go away and do their own things, and then they come back 2 or 3 years later, and everyone is just so happy to see them do something together again. But I would like them to do something again. I really like them. Though one of the few actors I truly believe are allies. At least in the Thai BL world industry. I should probably say Thai because I don't know about the other actors from other countries. The Chinese government is really cracking down on the entertainment industry. I hope that we can still get shows like Word of Honor and The Untamed. Um, I guess someone from mainland China would be able to really help break that down. Avenue X did mention that BLs wouldn't none would be released, or at least have that element to it, um, until next year. But I don't know because I don't know how they're going to man up some of these. Sorry, I cut myself not long ago. Um, I don't know how they're gonna butch up the men and make them more manly for some shows. Um, I don't know if we will get shows again like Word of Honor and The Untamed, or at least I don't know. Maybe more censored like The Untamed, with maybe secret elements that we can read into. Because there definitely have been moments on The Untamed that I was like, ah, how did that get through? Whereas every day or every episode, I did that with Word of Honor. Um, I hope we can still get shows. Maybe if they did it via like a web series, I don't know. Maybe if they filmed in Taiwan. May I don't know. I'm trying to I'm trying to remain hopeful. It's also weird because you have to wait a certain amount of time before you're allowed to type again, and also it takes a while for what you guys are saying to me to sometimes show up on screen. I feel like Korea's getting Korea is definitely getting more open with BLs, and there is a certain actor who's in Mr. Heart in that music video in Nobleman Ryu's wedding. He's he's collecting actors just like Sinto does. And the lights have gone out again. And with Korea, yeah, I agree that Korea is getting more open with BLs, and I'm really liking what they're producing because I don't feel like it's oversaturated yet. Um, I feel like it's a new, fresh take, and it looks like they're realizing there is a market, but I don't know. It's definitely getting better. I look forward to I look forward to watching Korean BLs. Oh, and you can only type 200 characters. That's way too little for me sometimes. Yeah, 200 characters is small. I did try to edit it down so that you didn't have to wait 60 seconds to type something again. I tried to make it 30 because I don't think I could go any lower. I hope the crackdown isn't extended to anime novels too. The Tasty Florida is coming out soon, or maybe it might have already been released. Um, yeah, Tasty Florida. That's that. I've seen clips of this, like moments of it. I don't know if it's been released yet, or maybe it has, but is it only released in a few countries? Maybe that's what it is. Hmm. I like Korean ones because they actually have deeper storylines instead of a typical BL scenarios. Yeah, I think what's really nice is each country is so unique now to their style of when they do BLs, or at least we're starting to see it. Ooh, what I like with Korean BLs as well as the lightness to the coloring of everything, even during hard times and angsty stuff. The lighting around it is still vibrant, still bright. There's still a hopeful tinge to it. I do agree that they've been trying to do deeper storylines. They've been usually they stay away from a younger setting, and so that's what's also been interesting because it feels like they're more focused on probably a majority age range of people watching BLs right now. Oh, you can edit elements of this. So I try to edit it down. I still find it weird that you can literally go onto someone's live and give them money. I still find that so weird when I see other people do that on someone's live. One of my favorite YouTuber duos is in the show, and I'm excited to see them act. Oh, okay, so it's got some YouTubers. They really are extending who they're trying to market to, because in Light on Me, I think literally all of the main cast have been either in Our Idols or were in Produce 101. I think all of them were either in a band or in Produce 101. YouTube takes a lot of your money anyway, because I still make a very, very, very small amount each day. But uh, YouTube takes it. Patreon takes your money, and also I get taxed via YouTube. So they take 15% of what I earn when I get over this threshold that you have for AdSense. But you can make money from YouTube, but clearly that's gonna be people with a lot more followers and people that make get a lot of views. Shinhyun, Shinu, Shinu. Yeah, Shinu. But I like what they're doing with the characters. With with Shinu, we are seeing him try to have this softer side, but he's so awkward in what he does. But he's not. No one's malicious in the show. But what I like is he doesn't know how to verbally say sorry and do those things, so he tries to show them via actions. And then with Hyun, he have fun, Jeremy. Take care of yourself. With Hyun, he's got a lot of pressure. We see that he doesn't have a great family life from what he said. People expect a lot from him. He doesn't like to say no, and he doesn't know how to live his life for him. He's stuck kind of pleasing everyone else, and it's really sad to watch because he he needs a respite. He needs for people to turn to someone else, but he's so afraid that he won't please his family, and it's hard because obviously you care for your family, you love your family, you want them to be proud of you. But just yeah, that's my team. Also, I already can tell where it's going to go. Even with the writing, you just know. So I expect Woo Taekyung and Hyun to date at some point in for an episode or two, and then that won't work out, and then Shinu will come in right at the end, like he'll swoop in, or maybe awkwardly amble in and not look at Taekyung properly, and then they'll get together. Because there's a lot of social issues in this show, like social pressures. Plus, we've had those Isohi's two friends, and usually we get it with the guys leaving comments, but we've got the girls, and it shows you that there's a lot of stigma about the idea of people of the same sex being together. So I just don't know how they will overcome that. Shinu doesn't care I don't think. I'm also interested in the fact that he touched his heart in the last episodes and said, "Not again." I wonder if that's about Taekyon. Now I'm just starting to theorize. No comment. Well, that comment is everything. Okay, now we don't usually get sad endings, but if there was to be a sad ending for a show, how would you like it to be done? Because I do think they have to be very careful in how they portray that. Sad endings are very hard because it's clearly tough to watch that. But there should be ways that we can still watch something even with a sad ending. And do you know what? Sometimes an open ending, because that's not truly a sad ending, but that's truly not a happy ending. And I wonder if sometimes open endings can work, especially if there's going to be a series season 2. Mm. I think sad endings are hard. Um, not like that history shit. You mean make our days count? Um, I will say in make our days count. Wayne, that's the actor's name, right? The scene with the memory box, I honestly think was phenomenal acting from him. And they kind of left it. There was such interpretations to that end scene. Some thought it was him saying goodbye to everyone and he was going to do something. Others was a closure for him. There were problems I had with that episode. Um, and apparently it kind of ripped off an actual comic like the whole way through, so that kind of sucked. I think also they might have learned from the mistake of how they did that. But I just say life, love on the line, or life, love on the line. Go and watch that. Just go and watch it. Get to episode 4. Come back next time you see one of these lives and tell me what you think. No idea. I'm absolutely not a fan of Sandin, so I never thought about it. If there's some sort of closure. Well, sad endings are hard to digest because it kind of hurts to see them not get their happy ending, because when a show ends, you don't have to think about the characters afterwards. But sometimes, life just doesn't work out that way. And that's why I loved the ending of Gaia Sapelicula, because of what we got to see. And then obviously because of the story behind it, it's what made it really sad. Kind of like Word of Honor. Yes. Because I've seen episode 37. I've worked that will be up as well. I'm glad what they did with episode 37 because I wasn't best pleased, not pleased. I didn't enjoy the ending of episode 36. So I'm glad what they did with Word of Honor for episode 37. Okay, so you guys, I won't say to everyone else who hasn't watched it, but that moment in episode 4, I I hope in some world is canon, but it's also just a great look at different stages of your life because it shows them at different stages in their lives. Also, it's interesting with the history series how interlinked they've allowed it to be. I really like that, so that it doesn't feel like a separate world. But I really would like them to do Trapped season 2. Don't know why they haven't. Is there a reason why? What I'm interested in now, both shows are really good. What did you prefer, The Untamed or Word of Honor? You might like them, Ali. I'm not obviously certain. I can't say you will, but you might. They are long though in terms of episodes. The Untamed is 50 episodes, so you might have to sit yourself down and break it down in periods. It switched for me. I enjoyed Word of Honor more at first, but then it kind of shifted, and now I would say I enjoyed The Untamed more. Maybe my mind will change when I watch these last 11 episodes. The Untamed only because I read the manhwa and novel while watching, so I had more of an understanding. Yeah, I think that really does help as well. The reason I didn't want to read the novel is I knew it would change my opinion on characters, and I wanted to have it show opinion and then read the novel and just see what was different. And of course, I will be watching the anime as well. I think also with the Untamed, it didn't have the issue of running out of money and having to do less episodes, so it was allowed to run its course, and 50 episodes really works for the show. There is so much that goes on. What was it? They are doing a. Was it a there's going to be a Thai period drama? I think that would be really interesting. Where they go with a Thai period drama, because obviously Word of Honor, The Untamed. We've had a Korean one now. Yeah, I'm sure it was a Thai period drama. I would actually really like to see that. What they would be able to do. Yeah, I with yeah, I can understand that, Steffi, with Word of Honor and Untamed. I didn't think I would watch those shows, but then people kept mentioning them, so I watched them and I really, really enjoyed them. Obviously, I have not finished yet with the Untamed, but again, I watched 4 episodes in 1 week, so I'm actually quite close to finishing. Yes, I've already done 2 this week, then another two, and that puts me at episode 41. I'm remembering that you said it's great they have a little flashback for the Untamed, and then it was 30 episodes. Oh, it goes for more than half the show. Yeah, because someone, it was kind of spoiled for me that it stayed in flashbacks, so I knew that. And then someone literally told me it was episode 33. So I was like, I know the exact moment when it stops being a flashback. So that was spoiled for me. But yeah, little flashback that turned into a really, really long flashback. And they're still doing little flashbacks now, but because we're in the present, it's so different. Because I'm not thinking, oh, are we going to have 7 episodes of a flashback? But I miss certain characters. I mean, you knew they were going, and happy endings are not really for everyone in these shows. But I still miss certain characters. Oh, here she goes with My Lives. Yeah. You leave My Lives alone. I'm also hello. I am also interested in that how certain characters are still in the show. Um, I mean, I know their ending wasn't great. I mean, but having Wenya back, I'm really happy. I just didn't expect it. Not at least in the what happened with the Yi City moment, with the needles being taken out. But that was really interesting. Especially, yeah, Yi City had a great story arc. Hi, Janae. Unfortunately, I won't be here when you probably finish work. I'm on purpose put in this early so that you know I do watch Light on Me, but have fun at work on a Saturday. Then again, I've worked Sundays, Saturdays. So when I saw the time when you were finishing work, the song 9 to 5 by Dolly Parton came into my head. No, Janae. I am at episode 39. So almost finished. So, well, let's see this one. So by next month, I should be finished. Let's see. Yeah, in about 3 weeks. You know what? You saying that? I did speak with Steffi on Discord, and I did say that I do like our tiny little community here for this channel. I really do. It's really nice. I get to know all of you. I know I'm terrible. I should take my time with reactions, partly because sometimes you can feel like you're rushing through it. Other times it can be a bit heavy. And then other times I'm like, I'm going to lose all my patrons because they're there for the Untamed. But I can't help it. I'm just not like that. If I get something, I want to put it up. I just want to be busy working and doing something. Oh, don't worry about if you're with your schedule. You can always come back to the Untamed reactions. You can take as long as you want. They are there. They're not going anywhere. Take your time. Do not feel like you have to be pressured to watch them. But I'm glad people like our little community. $6 months. Honestly, Steffi, I think you could be a reactor, especially if you didn't put Namjoon. But also, you say 6 months, but you could just watch that. You could just watch one show, and that way you'd get through the show quickly. Don't forget, I react to 5 shows right now that go on Patreon. I also upload another 2 shows onto YouTube that have already been finished. So that's 7 different shows. Plus, I'm reacting to 2 shows at a time. I mean, if it was just one show, I would have finished the Untamed like that. Yeah, you feel that fear. Yeah. But that's also something I do like, that I'm not making you guys stay around if you don't want to, if that makes sense. Like for my patrons, I get through it quick so that if you do want to leave, you have that option. But also, I'm kind of impatient. Oh, yeah, how was dance? I didn't think you would be up, then I've realized what the time is, and I'm forgetting that people in America will be up now. The funny thing is, guys, you think it's quick, but I will tell you this. Sometimes I on purpose make you guys wait like a week, and I've actually got 4 or 5 episodes ready, and then I just post them. But this week will be very tiring because I had a new battery put on my laptop and it has to be unscrewed, and they cleaned it. So I haven't put anything up on to my main screen on my computer. So I have to upload all of that, then to edit all of that down. It's a lot. But I also want to get Until We Meet Again finished, because I should have finished that a while back. You won't see me reacting. Oh, come on, Steffi. We might get you doing it one time. Your dance teacher likes BTS. Would you be open to doing Donghua? Yes. Literally, I put on my community tab because comments keep being deleted, and Jeremy, who was here earlier, asked about a music video, and I forgot to mention it, and the comment just got deleted. So I put a comment on my community tab about either contacting me via my email, which is on there, or leaving comments about shows. So Heaven Official's Blessing will be reacted to, but very far down the line, as well as the Untamed anime. So I will definitely be doing that, which will be going via Vidyard because anime is really difficult to get up. So yes, I will be doing that, but I still got a long list, everyone. The last episode, yeah, the last episodes of Until We Meet Again. I'm waiting for the meet the cousin and all of that because things have started to pick back up for Until We Meet Again. I feel like you should be checking out BTS. Go check them out. BTS are there's a lot you can watch with them as well because you know there's 7 members, so there's something you can find. Is everyone here a dancer who does dance? Then that is myself included. Oh, what did you choreograph? Did you know? Oh, if she's still here. Sorry, cracking my neck. Um, yeah, for BTS, there's honestly there's a lot you can watch with them because also they've been around. Is it 8 years now? Almost leaving, but it's a secret. Yeah, yeah. Watching, knowing that you can see. So 2013, so 8 years. Haha, I was correct. Yeah, knowing a choreography for a dance routine and then having to kind of do an interpretation is really difficult because you do go back to that. I do that all the time when I see some dance things. Another thing, another dance group that I love. It's a dance group, so they've actually worked with Big Bang, Blackpink, Beyonce, Justin, what's his name, Bieber, which is the Royal Family. They worked with CL. That's how I found Blackpink. Now, someone did send me this clip, and it's got the actor playing Lang Chi. His body movements are phenomenal. I mean, you wouldn't think he would be that amazing at dancing because you know it's like the way he moves is just I don't know how to describe it, but his movements, he's able to move his body in different ways, which is very hard to do. But it all flows together, but it still feels like he's detached. But I've only seen clips. I've not watched Street Dance of China, the like a full episode. Wang Yibo's. Okay, yeah, that's his name. Sorry about not knowing his name. But yeah, please go and watch the Royal Family, not my Royal Family in this country, but the actual dance group. Honestly, they are phenomenal. He was trained as an idol and he has a dance background. Being a fan before The Untamed, it was really. Yeah, I mean, honestly, his dancing really shocked me because that's what some they sent me Wang Yibo's uh one of his dance routines. I think maybe he's opening one from the show, and I didn't expect it to be that good. I don't know how. I really like view people in dance and singing and stuff like that because I do it until I see it. But he's really good. I need to see the other people as well because they also may surprise me. I just imagine the Queen dancing. Her 90, how old is she? 96? I know royal family. Yeah. Honestly, I I haven't watched their stuff. I recently watched their stuff again after a few years, but I used to be obsessed with their World of Wonder. It was not World of Wonder because that's Drag Race. World of Something dance routine that they did about, oh, it must be 5 years ago now. We have a 40-something-year-old that stops by and she loves the song. Oh, that's really nice. Take care, Janae. Ciao. I have to say, it is really fun to see the talents of like actors outside of their shows. Because with in Thai we see a lot of them try to do singing or do singing, um, and we know some of them are good dancers, and so then now with other artists from other shows, we get to see what they can do. I'm expecting from Light on Me at one point from Namgung to sing, but they're gonna make him bad. But I know he can sing. Yeah, see, they kind of force it upon you. If you want to be an actor, they kind of say, well, if you want to act, you have to know how to sing and dance, or at least do one of them. It's kind of it's ingrained in us as kids if we start young, because I started very young, and it's like you must know how to sing, you must know how to dance, you must know how to do theatre and film and live plays and stuff like that. And also, they when they want you to dance, they really want you to do multiple dance routines: tap, jazz, interpretive, hip hop, things like that. I think I said street already. Classical, ballroom. It can be hard because obviously you have to make sure that your parents are what we call sticklers. But yeah, but yeah, we'll have to wait and see. Actually, I would really like a season two of Light on Me. Ah, Jeremy, I was mentioning you earlier. You left a comment, I think, about me reacting to a music video, but the comment got deleted. YouTube does this. So if you do, I put it in my community tab. If you do want to leave the link to it, you can put it in a post to that on the community tab. Because YouTube loves to delete comments all the time. They like to leave up the nasty ones, but they like to take off when you guys are just asking stuff. I at least 6 7 times a day, someone's comment disappears. Uh, yeah, but I would like a season two of Light on Me, even though I'm not even finished yet. I still like it. They really like Thai actors to be multi-talented. Yeah, nearly all the Thai shows have them singing, playing another instrument, or dancing. Yeah, that is very true. They really, they really do like that. They really like it as well if you play an instrument. And usually we see either piano or guitar, and they're not easy to play. I wonder, YouTube does this all the time. If you guys ever do any sort of like videos on YouTube, reactions or whatever you want to do, they it's really weird. Sometimes you'll get comments, um, but I'm not sure why they decide, like, Jeremy's suggestion of a video. I could see that he left a comment and I could see like half of the message, but going to click on it, it's no longer there. If sometimes if you have a swear word in your thing, so not swearing at me, but you might say something, that comment will go. They don't like you leaving links in videos, so they take those comments away. Susan needs to change. Yes, Susan. Unbreakable Love by Renjin Shaoji. Oh, okay, from NCT. Ah, okay. Let me see if I can see it. Um, I'll go to my channel. Oh, I completely understand that. Actually, I'm very tame in how I'm speaking when I do reaction videos, unless you've seen me drunk, and then you might see me swear. Um, but I try not to. Okay, sorry, I was reading other comments there. Let's see if I can find you. Oh, okay. This might be you. Yeah. No, I don't see any comment in my community tab. So this is the post where you can put stuff or send it to my email. If you send it to my email, I haven't actually looked, but if you guys have like anything you want me to, then you can post suggestions there or contact me via my email. But yeah, actually, I swear, I try to be clean cut on here until I've had a drink, and then I'm not. It's on NCT's. I don't think you can send me links via my live, but I think you can leave it on that message community tab. Hi, Nihab. A funny thing, Army's always referred to Susan when we talk about YouTube and stuff, and I always thought it was just a random name until I googled it recently. She's actually the CEO of YouTube. Now you, Army, they are a force to be reckoned with. Yeah, I think we both try and be kind of good. Yes, just in case. No, I don't even like kids, so I don't care if a child finds these videos. I just, I know apparently, um, apparently I was watching someone else. Her name's D Chanel, and she spoke when she did it about YouTube, and she said if you don't swear within the first 30 seconds to minute of a video, you can't get demonetized, and they won't take it down. So I was like, okay, I'll wait to swear until later on in the videos. Um, the song got really popular again after it was featured in We Best Love 2, I think. Oh, now you're going to make me watch We Best Love again. I really like that. I literally watched the specials. Oh, a live stream. Hello. I'm not this late this time. It wasn't just to you, Jeremy. You happened to be. There was a couple of comments that got uh, deleted that day, and it frustrated me because it means I don't even get to see the comment. Um, because I'd like to see what you guys are asking or linking to, and when it takes it away, I then don't get to enjoy that comment because obviously it comes up on my phone, but that's it. Yeah, kids just no. Sorry, I hear someone. I hear a car alarm. As long as it's not mine. Someone decided, by the way, yesterday to park this close to my car. I tell you what, if you ever watch, because if you think Brits swear, you should listen to an Aussie, and they don't usually hide anything. Sorry, someone's car alarm's going off, so now I'm just go- going along with it. I've also never met an Aussie who can't drink you under the table. And they use a certain C word that I use. So, we get on with that word. What a group. Yeah, I don't get why they love to be that close to my car. There are other places to park. Because where I live, in terms of like, so where I live, they've blocked off a section so that people will walk and it's healthier for the school kids because I live near a school. um, but it also stops the parents from just because some parents literally stop in the middle of the road, get out to run their kids into class or into the school, and then get in their cars. That's the C word I'm talking about that I use. I don't know how some people got their license, but then again, I passed the first time, and I don't know how I did that. And I did it with a manual, so a stick. Your niece and nephew are in the age where they have so much energy. Ooh. Well, saying that, my niece on the 22nd just turned 26, but she has three children. But, they're her kids, so I don't have to look after them. The only one who's training for me because I'm not used to being around kids or liking them is my nephew because he has special needs and has disabilities, so it's very different for him. Uh, but he, when he's around me, sometimes he doesn't like me at all, and then other times he just wants to be around me. But he's my nephew and he's family, so I have to be nice. But also, I love him. And also because he's a dragon and his birthday's one day after mine. Yeah, I haven't. I need to get used to an automatic. I'm left handed, which may look like I'm holding up my right hand to you guys, but I'm left handed, which is this hand. And it's very strange when you drive an automatic because clearly you don't need to use the left side. That's a good. I will say that that's a good slang word from Aussies. Western people. I doubt they all the time. Yeah, in America, um, you obviously don't drive like because we have with a manual we have the clutch and then obviously the brake and accelerator, and the clutch is on the left. It's always strange because obviously you have your friends come over, especially the ones that live here, and then they learn to drive, and obviously the steering wheel's on the other side, the driving's on the other side, and then they're like confused because obviously they're used to just not using a stick, and obviously clutch means that the car can stall a lot if you don't know how to use it. You have to get the braking point, as we call it. Um, yeah, I mean that yeah, that's very difficult if you're, but it's also hard because you have studying as well yourself. You don't have children, so you're not we're not used to them being around like that and their energies. I mean, I don't have kids, so I never truly get used to it. But one of my sisters does have six children, so they've always been there. And at one point, um, I had to go and live with my sister for a year when I was very young because my mum kicked me out because I was a trouble child. And my niece loved the Teletubbies, and she bought their album when they came out. So at 5 in the morning, 6 in the morning, I had to get up and dance with her with the Teletubbies for like an hour, maybe two. That's why you should be on your best behavior. Okay. I hope your Saturday is also nice. Okay, so 2 minutes and five. Do you guys have any more questions about anything? What are you going to upload next? Well, today will be Until We Meet Again, episode 7 will be uploaded and put on YouTube today. I've got quite a few things for Patreon, so I guess the next thing I'm going to try and put on is episode 36 of The Untamed. Yeah, so that would be the next for Patreon. So those are the two. And then, as you know, once I finish my shows, Papa and Daddy will be the next one, and He's Coming to Me will be the next two things that I start reacting to. When are you gonna drink live? What, some water? I have water over there if you want to see me drink that. Um, do you mean a drunk live? I mean, I'm not gonna drink now because it's not even 4 p.m. I also need to do another workout first. But in terms of if you mean another drunk reaction, it depends on what on what show you want to see me do a drunk reaction to. I have a question. I came across a live action adaptation of one of my all-time favorite mangas, which is actually Avara. Yeah. Yes, you can recommend that show to me definitely. And feel free. There is on my community tab. If you look down, if you can go on there, you can leave comments there or send it to my email. I don't even know if I can put my email on here that you guys can. Because sometimes I may not see your comment. No, no. It seems like it puts my name up, but that's my email. But definitely recommend stuff. You're free to do that. Oh, you on Patreon? See, I don't know who's on Patreon anymore. I wish I could create it so that those of you who are on Patreon could have like a different color on here, so I know. I feel like that would be a mess. I could be messy. I mean, if you want to do a drink along live one time, we can do that. I have done it before, but I think Steffi drank more than me, and she doesn't really drink. Um, we could do that one time. I can't do it today, but maybe in a couple of weeks. Any upcoming BLs you are looking forward to? Um, hmm. You know, I'm trying to think of that. It's kind of hard because I do so many reactions to stuff already out. So I sometimes forget um, about other shows coming out. What upcoming BLs? I don't know if I have. now I'm really curious because I'm now trying to think what's upcoming. What is upcoming? Ah, hello. Long time no see. Oh wait, you just put that as well. Why do I keep leaning forward? I can see you guys. I have contacts in. I don't know why I keep leaning forward. Okay, now you've got me really stumped on what I'm looking forward to that's coming up. Um, I guess with the guy from Where Your Eyes Linger, that his BL is interesting for me. Winning Teams upcoming BL will be interesting. When Singto finally gets something out, that will interest me. Yeah, I'm just used to leaning forward now. Um, have you, no, do you know what? Thank you for saying about Squid Game. I was putting on It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia on Netflix, and Squid Game came up on like the, the main page of Netflix, the clip of it. I really want to see it. So I might sit down and watch that when I've got time because it looks really good. And I'm wondering how they're going to watch, like how they're going to interpret it. My brother's husband. Why does that sound familiar? One about nervous about innocent. Is it someone with DID? I don't think you can put up links, unfortunately for you guys, if you try and put it on here. I know Singto's in, he's coming to me, but I know he's got other projects as well coming up. He definitely was table reading not too long ago, so it means the show's coming up. If he's table reading, it means they're already running through the show. But I am looking forward to seeing him as well, and he's coming to me. I mean, I already know like, about, no, well, not about his character, but I knew he's not alive. Oh yeah, Z's going to be in a BL. Yes, 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 yes. With I'm sorry, I don't know his name. I'm not watching many BLs because you missed you golf. Yeah. Does that mean you won't be really watching BLs anymore? Because I don't think they'll ever be doing a BL together again. I don't think golf would ever do another BL, right? Um, Off Gun. Yeah, I'm looking forward to Off Gun's series. I hope it's really good. And Off looks quite big. It looks like he's been working out a lot. Maybe for the role. Hi. Sorry, just seen the hi. I think they haven't branded it. It sounds like it might be a DID. Um, Dissociative identity disorder, which will be very hard to portray, but it can be done. Uh, that will be interesting to have that because I know people with it, so it will be interesting how they portray it. Yeah, Z did really well in YRU. It was steamy though. Have you heard Muse album songs? I haven't, but I know Marco um, has done Muse songs. He's reacted to them. Doesn't New doesn't do BLs anymore, right? He's now strictly doing straight stuff, right? Because he's got a new show coming up. It would be nice to see Saint. No, Saint is in something or was in something, but it would be nice to see him again. I wonder what he's been up to because I don't follow these actors at all. So I don't. The only time I know is if someone posts something on Twitter, like who follows me. Last BL you watched was History 4. Are you doing? Yes. So I do actually have reactions to History 4 close to you. That is on my YouTube. That is there. So you have to click a link. You can watch them. I'm up to episode 4 on here. I've seen it all though. I also love Advanced Bravely at the moment, but it appears there is no uncensored version. There are so many cuts that, yeah. Janae is doing live watches of Advanced Bravely, or she was doing live, yeah, watch along to that. I know people with DID too. Yeah, so hope it's good because it's a hard topic to put out there. Oh, Saint. Oh yeah, Saint does have a YouTube channel. Of course he does. Yeah, we're talking about like shit. Like I really like if because you spoke Taylor New, Pete and Cal. I really enjoyed from the Kiss Me series. I'm trying to think now. Um, Corner Knock, even though it's problematic. Obviously, Max and Tool's characters in Manner of Death. I liked them. Hmm. Yeah, I'm trying to think now. I'm trying to think in terms of. Yeah, you and Sam were amazing. Um, See, personally, I absolutely loved. Um, I loved the characters in Manner of Death. Like the side couples were good, but they were just okay. I liked that Manner of Death. Well, they were adults. It was more themed. It was suspenseful. You know, we had a murder mystery going on. Um, and it just happened to be two characters that were male that liked one another. Yeah, Marco changed his channel a bit, but I have been noticing on Twitter that he's been doing a lot more reaction to music videos. So I'm sure he's got Mew on there because I did see him react to one of Mew's songs. I'm trying to think there as well, like what characters really work well together because I don't know the last two names. I'm guessing they might be from Guardian. I haven't watched that yet, but that is on my list. Yeah, Golf. I will say this. I think is one of the best. Type was one of the best written characters from a show. Like the development we actually got from his character was really, really impressive. I felt like they really took time to develop the character of Type a lot. And it helped as well. It helped Golf's acting to have such a complex character. Oh, from Heaven Official's Blessing. Okay, yeah. Type is still one of my probably favorite developed characters. Like it's just done so well when you watch the show, then the specials, then the show, then the special. I haven't actually watched that. Someone did remind me. Do you need to watch the special? Oh, okay. There, yeah. Heaven Official's Blessing is now on my list, so that will be reacted to. So now we know I've said Type, and some of you have. Are there other characters that you think were well written? I liked Pete from Dark Blue Kiss. Like I think he was. I quite liked his character. Then I don't think we're like I said. I don't think we're gonna get Golf in a BL though. So I don't think you'd get 1,000 stars. Personally, I don't think it would have worked for those two. But I don't know. Then again, we could see them do a clip of it, like a little reenactment, and really like it. Yes, I liked Pete's development. If you watch the Kiss series, especially in Dark Blue Kiss, because I feel like they actually were trying to give him a bit more to do. I usually love anything that Gunn does as a character because I think his acting is really good. But he's a child actor, so he's grown up knowing what to do, and because he has been doing stuff way before he did BLs, we've been able to see. It's also hard though when you think of character development because you want to see them in more than just one season or series, because it's not always easy to develop a character just in one series, one show. Ah, cherry magic. That was very interesting concept. Yeah, I just didn't like the fake out kiss. That I felt was a bit cheap. That was the only thing I didn't like about the show. Everything else I really liked, bar the side couple, but they weren't really in it that much. You don't have to apologize. If you like them, you like them. Wuxia is is a really developed character. I have to agree with you there. But then again, it's allowing 50 episodes, which is like 2 or 3 seasons of a show. So yeah, he's a very layered character. I will say right now, Lan Wangqi is probably my favorite. Have oh, don't say no. No, I haven't seen it yet, but I have heard a lot of positive things from people that it's really given an actual story to Fiat's character. And I think that's what was missing from Thon Type. But a lot of people are really positive about the show, especially about his character. I don't know if it will change because there's still episodes to go. Am I the only one who usually sticks to the main characters, not the side characters? But I like that people go for the side characters because with the main character, you kind of know where their story's going. With the side character, there's a lot more mystery to it because they're in it less, and so you don't get to always see their story fully developed. So you want to see more. Just you. Okay, let's just see that. I'll tell you what. I've been uh, watching as a reaction. I've been watching people react to something called the Catherine Tate show. It's really interesting watching Americans react to it, especially because it wouldn't be allowed now to be on, and it wasn't even that long ago. Scumbag System. That's an interesting title. Take care, Steffi. I I tend to stay away from fandoms in a whole sense because of some toxic natures, but I also think there's a difference from a fan and a stan, because a a fan is usually quite harmless. A stan is someone who can be a bit obsessed. So I kind of stay. I try to stay away and just enjoy the shows. Okay. Okay, guys. Any last questions you want to ask me? Because I'm gonna have to go in a minute. So if you have any questions, I can answer them. If not, I will see in a minute. If not, then we will have a live in the middle of the week. So let's see. I try to do lives on a weekend because most people aren't working during that. So it will be October. Hmm. I also don't know hmm, why my calendar is in Japanese. I guess the next live would be the 14th or the 15th. Maybe, maybe I need to put a poll up for when people can do it in the middle of the week. Take care, Ashley. What are your recent fave shows, if you can repeat, and if you can recommend a show and shows from Netflix? Um, my recent fave shows to watch. I mean, the ones I've been enjoying is The Untamed, Word of Honor. Um, I would always recommend Schitt's Creek, and It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, and Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Um, I definitely want to see Squid Game. That looks really, really interesting. If you like Supernatural, you could watch that. I don't know if you do. Um, but the first lot I said were BLs, but the others aren't. What are your favorite shows that you can repeat? I will say this on Supernatural. I am only on season 4, and again, I'm only up to episode 15, so I don't know where it goes. But I have to say, season 4 didn't start strong, and then picked up, and it got better and better and better. And now I'm really interested in what's going to happen with Sam in season 4, because I only ever got to season 3 of Supernatural, because when it came out, or season 2, season 3, I was at university when it kind of started, like the earlier seasons. So I didn't have a TV, and I was at university, and then I worked straight from university, or I was on set if I wasn't working. So I just kind of forgot about it. Do you watch Squid Game? I just finished. Yeah, definitely. It looked really interesting, the whole dynamics of it. Seasons stopped at like, I feel like a show like that can. I guess a show like Supernatural can feel like that because 15 seasons of a show is a lot. I mean, a lot. And it can become very repetitive. It's really hard to make any show that's really long feel authentic. Yeah, maybe you should give it a second go. Maybe you'll enjoy it after season four. I can't promise you that because I haven't seen it. Uh, Again, it's hard to say because it's so I was on something we called channel called Sky Arts where we did a reenactment of Ravers and I played a DJ and stuff like that, and just like auditions for stuff like McDonald's. I did audition once for I can't remember the role now. I don't think they even had a name at the point for The Walking Dead. Years and years ago, I've not actually watched The Walking Dead. Um, Apart from like, scenes here and there. I have an agent now, so when they send me stuff, I audition via that. But it's not easy. But I do mainly stuff like small indie films and stuff like that. So nothing like massively big. But I also work behind the scenes on stuff. And I get like I'll get sent like things for like McDonald's adverts, which and just commercials and stuff like that. Because commercials you make more money. It's better paid than a lot of stuff or theatre stuff. I also had to audition for a role. It was Picasso, and it was the Antonio Banderas one, and I was supposed to play a younger version of him. I went for that audition. That was interesting. And then they also over here they do ask you if you want to apply for roles in the soaps over here. So sometimes they put you forward for that, and you go and audition for that. But then again, I love being in front of the camera in terms of acting, but I also love being behind it because I love how much hard work goes into a show from the crew because I've done first AD work and it's actually really stressful and really hard. And obviously people don't realize it. It's also like if you watch a scene from a show and you think usually shows in the UK 5, 6 takes to do a show, sometimes more. I mean, Game Boys, I think some of theirs was 50 to 60 takes they had to do, and they were talking to no one but a camera in the first season. So you can imagine how draining that becomes. Okay, everyone, I'm gonna have to go now. I'm gonna go and do a quick workout, and then I'm gonna do my light on me reactions for episode 9 and 10. So I hope you all have a good morning, afternoon, and evening. And if you are here in the middle of the week, I will let you know on the community tab when the next live is. And I will see you then if you're there.